What's up, guys? Welcome to Holiday Hustle Week 6. Guys, after this, we only have 2 weeks left, which means we're 3 weeks out from Christmas, which is insane. But you guys have done an amazing job so far. Those of you who have just joined us, you're getting into the groove of things, so hopefully you enjoy this week just as much as last week. So this is all of the equipment-based exercises. I'll do a non-equipment-based exercise video separately, but this is all equipment. So let's hop right into it. Hustle number 1 is a Tabata. If you've never done a Tabata before, it's 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. This one is 5 rounds. You can either choose to do each exercise 5 times and then move on to the next, or you can go through the exercises like a circuit and then just repeat that circuit 5 times. I would suggest, because it's equipment-based, I would suggest doing each exercise 5 times and then moving on, just so you don't have to swap out equipment and that kind of thing. But it's completely up to you. So you'll do 20 seconds as fast as you can, 10 seconds off, get right back into it 5 times. So first exercise is a lunge and press, kind of similar to a thruster, but you're lunging. So you're just going to lunge forward, press, okay? Forward, press. You could also do this in a reverse lunge. So if you wanted to go backwards, press. Either way, you're pressing when you get back to that standing position. Notice that I'm not putting my foot back down. I'm trying just to balance a little bit more core activation. So that's a lunge and press. So you're just gonna do that. If you're lunging, obviously in a Tabata, you're gonna wanna alternate legs because 20 seconds flies by pretty quick. The next one is a burpee hop over. So take anything, take your dumbbell, kettlebell, sandbag, small child, whatever it is. Try not to get in the way of this bench, but still get this. So you guys are gonna do a burpee on one side, then you're gonna hop over the object and then do another burpee and hop over. You're just gonna keep doing that. So this is what it'll look like. 20 seconds of that. You're welcome. That is a burpee hop over. The next exercise is a high plank rotation. This one doesn't require any equipment. It's gonna be a high plank position. I'm trying to figure out the best angle to do this. You're here. You're gonna hold a nice tight plank. You're just gonna fall over your feet. So, I don't know if you guys can see that here, but I'll move this way. You're going to fall over your feet, okay? So when you transition, your left foot is just gonna come over your right or your right over your left. Okay, so you're here, just come up, plank, rotate up towards the ceiling. Okay? If for whatever reason you can't fall over your feet because it is difficult, you can just leave them where they're at. Come, turn, face the ceiling. If you can't do that, come down to your knees. You can just try and reach up and do it that way. Whew. All right, next is a thruster. So you're gonna have 2 dumbbells in your hand, 2 kettlebells, 2 sandbags, or 1 sandbag, 1 small child. And you're just gonna squat, come up and press. Thruster, squat and press. Okay, stay tall, don't lean over. You shouldn't be doing one of these, okay? Squat down, stand. It's a squat and press. Next up is a split jump squat. Again, no equipment unless you want it. So you can take 1 dumbbell, hold it, or 1 whatever, hold it and do this exercise. You don't have to though, you can do it without equipment. So you'll be in a split lunge position, like so. Knee on the back is not going to be on the ground. You're just going to come up and switch legs. Okay? That's if you want equipment. If you don't, you just do a regular split jump squat. All right, last one is a renegade row. You're going to take your dumbbells. You're going to get into a push-up position. You're going to do a push-up, and then you're going to row on each side. So it'll look like this. Push-up, row, row. Biggest thing here is to have a really wide base with your feet if you feel like you're not balanced. Because you're picking your hand up, if you have your feet really close together, sometimes you really have to start leaning to try and get your balance. So I would just suggest having a really wide base with your feet. So my feet are pretty wide here. If you need to modify, come down to your knees, here, okay? If you're still struggling with the push-ups, I would suggest going as far as you can here, or you could do it on an elevated surface. You don't even have to have your dumbbells on the elevated surface. You can just do a push-up here, and then row, row. That's it. That's hustle number 1. So it's a Tabata, 5 rounds. Set your timer, 20 seconds. As soon as 20 seconds is over, you get 10 seconds rest. Keep going. Next workout, hustle number 2. This one is 6 rounds for time. You're gonna do 4 exercises. So the first one is a goblet squat with a step up. You only need 1 dumbbell for this. So you're gonna take 1 dumbbell, hold it kind of like this. Okay, so it's a goblet. We've done goblet squats before, but if you're new, you want to try to maintain connection between the upper part of the dumbbell and the lower part of the dumbbell on your chest and on your sternum. Okay, so this is right against my body. That way I maintain proper squat form when I sit. If you notice in a goblet squat, you start to lean forward and you have a disconnect between the dumbbell and your sternum. That means you're leaning too far forward. You're not getting all of the activation in the glutes like you could. So this try and helps to recreate a movement pattern. So goblet squat looks like that, and then you're just gonna go into a step up. So this is how it'll look. Goblet squat, you're gonna step up on both sides. Here, down, switch, here, down. Goblet squat, step, down, switch. Maintaining activation, remember, you're not jumping up or throwing yourself down in those step-ups. Control your body. So you're gonna do 12 on each side. So essentially 12. 10 push-ups and pull-throughs. So if you have a dumbbell, kettlebell, sandbag, this again will work with anything. You're just essentially gonna glide it across the floor when you're in a push-up position. So I'm gonna start with this on either side, doesn't matter where, but I'm going to have it so that my hands are in front of the object, okay? Because if they're in line with it, you're not gonna be able to pull it through. So my hands are in front of the object. If I were to do it this way, my hands would be up here, okay? So in a push-up position, you're just gonna do a push-up and then pull this bad boy through. So you're here, and then you're gonna pull on the other side. Here, pull on the other side. Here, pull, okay? Again, if you need to drop to your knees, you can always do that. So you're here, push up, pull through, push up, pull through. So you're gonna do 10 of those, 10 push-ups, so 5 on each side. Next is a dumbbell or kettlebell deadlift. So you're gonna take both of these down by your sides, and you're going to sit down and try and almost put the dumbbells or kettlebells next to your feet. So you're gonna be here and then stand. Okay, it's different than a squat, because squats you do up here, but you're going to almost like you're picking up suitcases. So you're here, remember, bend with your legs, not with your back. So you're here, squat down, and back up, okay? That is a kettlebell or dumbbell deadlift. The next is a push press. So similar to a thruster, but you're not squatting. So you're gonna be in this position, dumbbells are right here at your shoulders, just a little bit of a thrust with your knees. So you're gonna kind of propel the dumbbells forward or upwards with your legs, but you're not getting that full squat. So you're just here, push press. Okay, so I'm getting a little bit of help from my legs. This means you can go heavier on these, okay? These are easy for me to push up. But if I were to go heavier, it's gonna be a lot harder for me to push just with my shoulders. So a push press allows you to go heavier. So note, go heavier on the push press. So that is hustle number 2, 6 rounds for time. Go as fast as you can, get in 6 rounds, note your time, drop it in the Facebook group or shoot it to me. Hustle number 3, 10 rounds. I know that sounds like a lot, but you can do this. First one is a dumbbell burpee. So you're gonna be in a burpee position, but when you stand, you're gonna stand up with the dumbbells. So this is how it's to look. These are actually gonna start down at your sides, okay? Because I don't want you to I don't know, screw up your wrist or something like that. So you're gonna do a regular burpee, and when I stand, I'm just gonna grab those dumbbells and stand up. dumbbell burpee. Next up is a squat and kick. This one you don't need weight, but if you would like to use weight, again, just hold one right here next to your chest. You're just gonna squat, front kick, squat, front kick, okay? When you do these, guys, make sure that you're not doing one of these and leaning way back, okay? Maintain good posture, core tight, and you're here, try and kick, but stay tall, okay? That is a squat and kick. Inchworm with a push-up. This one you don't have weight for. So you're gonna go regular inchworm and then push up at the bottom. So walk your hands out, push up, walk your hands back in. If you need to drop to your knees, you can do that. You're here, all the way out to a plank, drop to your knees, push up, come back up, and walk it in. Next up is a bent over row. So we're gonna do these with 2 dumbbells. You're just gonna get at a 90-degree angle. So you're gonna want your upper body at 90 degrees with the ground, okay? Notice that I'm not in this kyphosis position, that I have my chest tall, my shoulders are back. So I get in this position before I even go down, okay? My shoulders are clenched. It's almost like I'm trying to squeeze a pencil in my scap, okay? So I'm here, then I shift my hips back. Notice I haven't done anything with my upper body, okay? Upper body's the same. So I let these guys hang, row, squeeze your shoulder blades. The dumbbells should come closer towards your hips. And then the last one is a 100-meter run. So again, if you don't have a piece of cardio equipment, you can go 20 seconds, high knees, butt kicks, toe taps, mountain climbers, jumping jacks, whatever it is, just to get your heart rate up. So you're gonna do 10 rounds. It's not super tough, but it's tough because it's 10 rounds and you're like, oh, this is exhausting, but you'll be fine. Hustle number 4, last one, I call this 6s. So you're gonna do 6 rounds. It's similar to the one that we did hustle number 2, but a little different exercises. So we're gonna do thrusters, like we did before. Thrusters, and then 1 arm bent over row. So kind of like the row we just did, but it's 1 arm. So you're gonna lean over a bench, a table, a coffee table, a couch, whatever it is, and you're just going to row and back down, okay? Again, I'm coming up towards my hip. I'm not coming up here. I'm coming up towards my hip, and I'm squeezing my shoulder blade when I do that. That's a 1 arm bent over row. Next is V-ups. So you're gonna be down on the ground, gonna hit something, all the way up overhead, all the way down, find your balance. Into a V, and back down. This one takes a little bit trying to get your balance. If you can't do those, you can just do accordion crunches with your hands down, feet in and out, or you can take your hands up, make it a little more difficult. Next is a 1 arm dumbbell or kettlebell snatch. So, people who have been here a while, we've done these before. Anyone new to us? We have not. You may have, but you have not seen it yet. So we're gonna do a dumbbell or kettlebell hang snatch. So you're gonna start around your knees, okay? So I'm starting like at this position. My dumbbell or kettlebell is gonna rest somewhere around my knee level. And you're gonna do 1 arm at a time. I suggest it coming closer to the midline of your body instead of out here. Closer to the midline of your body, resting right around your knee. All I'm gonna do is stand, so I'm going to, almost like I'm jumping, okay, with my legs. When I jump, I'm gonna shrug my shoulder, okay, so I jump, shrug. When I do that, the dumbbell is already ready to move up. All I have to do now is here, throw it up over my head, and then I catch it underneath, okay? So it will look something like this. Notice that this kettlebell or this dumbbell is trying to stay close to my body, okay? So you're doing a shrug and almost like an upright row. What I'm not doing is this, a front raise, okay? I want you to come here, shrug, upright row, get under it, okay? So here, shrug, upright row, get under it. This one's a hard one to get used to. And I kind of wish I was in front of all of you to really teach you how to do those, but they do get your heart rate up. And I know Most of you are not using super heavy weight. So just be mindful of the things I just went over. The last one is a dumbbell kettlebell swing. So if you have a dumbbell or kettlebell, doesn't matter, you're going to get in a position similar to this. I'm actually going to use my kettlebell because it's just easier to show. So, trying to get used to this light. Sorry guys. So, you are going to be in a wider stance. Your toes are going to be pointed slightly out, and this kettlebell is just going to kind of act as a pendulum, okay? Notice the other thing that's moving is my hips. So in a kettlebell swing, it's all a hip hinge motion. Notice my knees don't change. I'm not squatting, okay? I'm just hinging my hips back, hinging them forward. That's all it is. So the kettlebell is actually propelled by how quickly I snap my hips forward, okay? That's your kettlebell swing. You can do it with a dumbbell. Similar, just hold it like this, here, forward. Again, challenge yourself with the weights, guys. If you're on the equipment base, challenge yourself with weights. Don't just use the same weight all the time. And that, my friends, is all. That's hustle number 4. So good luck this week. If you guys have any questions, I'm always available. Shoot me a message. I'm happy to help. But have a good week.